Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to Pokemon Showdown. Today, we're going to be dropping some Dracos on the ladder. We're using a Choice Specs Latios team that my boy Sakata made. And it has Mega Alakazam, defensive Garchomp, the all-around everything check, as well as Lefties, Magma Storm, Taunt Trend. Not a huge fan of Magma Storm Trend, just because I have to hit Magma Storm in order for it to work, but we'll see. Walk-on Berry Azumarill just to greater check Pokemon such as Manectric and things like that, as well as yeah, I think that's the team. Light Orb Thunderous. So let's go and look for a battle right here. Knockoff is an invalid move. Unfortunate. This proves that Scald is just better. Look at that. Who spelled it like this? Nice and lazy. Was that me? That definitely wasn't me. Anyway, we're gonna look for a battle right now. Sick background, by the way. Some nice fan art that I got. I love it. I love using fan art as my background for Showdown. I just love looking at this stuff. I love how Jambat is licking the ice cream. But in any case, this is a pretty fun team. I don't know how well it'll do in a meta where T-Tar is everywhere, considering it can just Pursuit Trap Lati. But Choice Specs Latios hits hard as hell. For those of you that did not play Black and White, you might not know, but this thing is a monster. But we got our first game, and also this Wakandberry Azumarill helps out versus the Kyurem Black. So I'm actually going to lead off with Azumarill versus him, just because it has a good matchup versus Diancie and versus the majority of his team. This is definitely Wisp Talonflame, so hopefully Specs Latios can put in some work if I can get rid of Diancie as well as Ferrothorn. But I'm gonna lead off with Azumarill because, like I said, it has a good lead matchup versus him. I could see him leading off with his Kyurem just because it has a good matchup versus Garchomp. But then again, he can lead off with Diancie just because it's a great Pokemon in general to lead off with. But he ends up leading off with Kyurem Black, and this is exactly why we have the Wakandberry. So let's just take this Fusion Bolt, which has an amazing animation, good lord. But Wakandberry is going to take that, and we are able to knock out the Kyurem Black turn 1. Perfect. The team already putting in work with what it's supposed to do. Wakan, bro. Wakan. He didn't expect 63%. He thinks I'm Fizz Def Choice Band. I've seen Lum. Well, this isn't that. Anyway, this is annoyance. I kind of just want to knock it off, to be honest. He's probably gonna get up spikes, but he actually doubles, predicting me to go Heatran, so this works out even better for me as I'm able to knock out the Starmie upon switching. So now when I get in my Heatran, he has a hard time dealing with that besides a Powdon. Talonflame is going to come out, and what I can do is just go directly into Garchomp and just get up my rocks. I have Thunderous as a pseudo check as well. He actually doubles into his own Powdon. Not sure why he just didn't go back out into Ferrothorn and get up Hazards, but he doubles into a Powdon, surprisingly enough. Looking at his team, this is probably Whirlwind or Toxic, just because he does have another pseudo bird check in Diancie. The only reason I say pseudo bird check is because it's not really the perfect check to birds. I mean, it's not a counter, obviously, but it is a check, but it's offensive, so it doesn't take hits too well. But we are going to exchange our rocks right here. I want to see what he wants to do, to be honest. I'm just going to go out to Latios. Like, I don't see a reason not to go for the Draco right here and just drop it. He actually goes for Whirlwind, so he is Whirlwind, like I was expecting, as he phases me out into my Azumarill. That's completely fine for me. I'm going to go for Knockoff right here, get rid of his item. Also, if he goes Ferrothorn, I will go down to the combination of well, actually just his Iron Barbs. I will go down, but I crit him, unfortunately. This Azu just putting in work. Holy crap. As I can now go out into my Heatran. If you guys didn't see, he does keep his item. The reason is if you die while you do knockoff, you don't knock off the item. So yeah, that's just to explain that. But I'm gonna go for Magma Storm right here. He doesn't really have a switch in. Powdon might be able to take this depending on his spread. However, Magma Storm is just my best play in general. Rocks are up. Talonflame is going to come out. Interestingly enough, I miss, unfortunately. I'll take that, though. It is what it is. I kind of want to go for the Earth Power right here on his Roost, but he actually is just straight up SDs. So that's okay. I'm not too worried about this mon, just because I do have Garchomp in the back to basically make him kill himself. So I'm going to taunt him. And then again, Magma Storm might just be the better play. I'm going to Magma Storm into taunt and then sack Garchomp to him, as he actually goes for the Brave Bird straight up. I don't really mind if this thing is healthy or not. I miss another Magma Storm though, so we're actually going to taunt him right now. Yes, I am sacking my Heatran. However, this is why I don't like Magma Storm, because it obviously doesn't hit. But I think that Mega Zam can just clean up, so I'm going to sack Garchomp right here. That way he goes down to the recoil and, you know, touching me and all that crap, as Garchomp actually ends up surviving. You know, it is bulky Chomp, so what can you say with that? As Talonflame is going to go down, as Diancie is going to be able to come out. I don't know if he's HP Fire just because he does have Talonflame. He could be HP Fire, though, but I'm definitely going for Earthquake. If he doesn't protect, he'll die. Protect was his best play, obviously, but if he didn't protect, he would die. Just saying. So I'll just go for the Earthquake again, as he's able to knock me out. However, what do I want to win with? I think Zam is the Pokemon I want to win with. So what I will do is go Thundurus right here and just go for Life Orb T-Bolt. I will be able to outspeed him. If he goes a Powdon, then I can just hit that thing with 2 HP Ices. Yes, with Send up, Diancie will be able to take a hit, but if he lets me hit Diancie right now, it will go down to Psychic 100%. And I can also get Magic Bounce, which is pretty cool versus him. So I don't know how he wants to play around with this. Alternatively, I could just go for the HP Ice right now, just because it does hit. It does weaken him to the point where Psychic knocks him out, and it also hits a Powdon. So maybe I'll go for HP Ice right now. He does have Protect, so I'm not fearing him to be like Rock Polish or Calm Mind or anything like that. So he actually ends up staying in. Why does every attack I go for crit? Good lord. As he is going to be able to knock me out with the Diamond Storm. However, I can now go out into my Alakazam and just click Psychic. I might as well Mega Evolve. Get that Mega, get those mustaches out. Get those spoons around me. Mega just lets me hit Hippowdon harder. At this point, I'm pretty positive I just win with Lottie, just clicking Draco or anything. But we trace his Iron Barb, as we are able to hit him with the Psychic, and we get his Death Chop. Good lord, dude, stop hacking this man. This game has been very, very funny so far. Do I want to go for the Focus Blast and risk it? Otherwise, what's my play? I would have to come back into this and drop a Draco, but then he still has Diancie. I think the play is actually just to go for Focus Blast right there and hit it. As we are able to hit the Focus Blast right there. As now, he is going to go into Hippowdon, and my best bet is just sacking Heatran right here. That way I can go directly into my Latios, and I think it depends on what he does, but I don't think he'll go directly into Diancie, because I could Psyshock. To be honest, I could just Psyshock. He can't beat me 1v1. He has Whirlwind, and this is Specs. And I crit him on top of that. What's happening, man? But basically, keeping Diancie out. Eventually, Sandstorm is going to end. The only thing he can do is Whirlwind me. He can't go into Diancie at all. As I double crit him, good lord. As we are going to go out into our Alakazam right now. And trace that Sandstorm, though. It doesn't work that way because I still have it. I know, Cautious. I know, man. I've been hacking like crazy, and I even crit him. I triple crit this man in a row. What is going on? I don't know. Man. I don't know. I triple crit him in a row. Holy crap, man. Pokemon is ridiculous. That was definitely Fizdef Hippowdon, though, because he was taking nothing from a Choice Specs Latios' Psyshock. But I'm going to obviously be able to outspeed his Diancie and knock him out. Yeah, I see that one didn't matter, but the other crits was just like, why was I doing so much to this man? But either way, his Diancie is going to come out, and I will be able to hit that thing with a Psychic and knock it out. So this was a very, very, very interesting game. I mean, he just got rid of the Sand, so now his Spadef is even lower because he doesn't get that 1.5 boost. So now he's definitely going down. Good game, dude. That was that was crazy. I literally lucked that man like every turn. Shout out to the Wolfpack. Oh my god. But we got another game, and this guy's another Diancie. I'm tired of these Diancies just because I want to be able to drop Dracos. I really want to be able to drop Dracos. This guy has Diancie. This guy has 2 Steel types, a Pursuit Trapper, and a Fairy type. Come on. How do we win this game? Let me think. Sorry, I'm just thinking. Because I don't deal too well with Diancie. I mean, I would say lead off with a Azumarill, but if he leads off with Garchomp, that's not as good. I'm actually going to lead off with Chomp, because if he leads Diancie, I can I don't think he has Earth Power just because he has Garchomp plus Excadrill, so I'm actually going to hard switch into my Heatran right now. He might also think I'm Choice Scarf, which could work out for me, but he should not Moonblast right off the bat. So what I'm going to do right now is go right for the Flash Cannon. I don't want him protecting basically. And now what I can do is just go right for Magma Storm, try and trap something. He might be thinking I'm Choice Scarf. I don't think he's Earth Power just based on his build. I really don't, because he has so many checks to Heatran on his team. Slowbro, Garchomp, he has Excadrill to hurt it, even Weavile to weaken it, and it doesn't really help Slowbro in any case. So I'm going to go right for the Magma Storm, as we are not able to land that. That just doesn't want to land, wow. But I can go out into my Latios right now, and I think just click HP Fire. He has like 2 solid switch-ins besides Diancie. He actually Thunder Waves me. As I'm going to go right for the Specs HP Fire. Let's see if we can catch the Ferrothorn. We actually catch Excadrill upon the switch-in, so we are not going to get full paired. That is either AV or Max Special Defense. Are my choice specs? Like, what the hell? I'm doing 4. But I can go right onto my Garchomp, as he is going to probably double into his Diancie. Yep. I was thinking about going Garchomp and then clicking Earthquake if he went for Stealth Rock, but he doubled directly into Diancie. So what I can do is go out to my Heatran, and again, I'm playing as if he doesn't have Earth Power. If he does have Earth Power, I'm kind of in a bad situation. But I'm 100% going for Flash Cannon right here, as he's protecting. So in any case, he's just giving me leftovers. I'm definitely going for Flash Cannon again. I don't want to deal with this Diancie. Because his Excadrill is Spadef, which could be Rapid Spin, Iron Head, Earthquake, Stealth Rock. I don't think his Garchomp is Stealth Rock, as he does have the Earth Power, unfortunately, and that is going to be game. That's actually just going to be game, because I can't win. I don't think I can beat him now. I had to hope he didn't have Earth Power. But let's go for Play Rough right here. I want to go for Play Rough. I'm going to go for Knockoff, trying to catch that Ferrothorn, at least trying to catch some type of momentum right here. As Ferrothorn does come out, and I mean, at least we do damage to him, right? We know he's leftovers, not Rocky Helmet or anything, but I'll go back out into Garchomp, and I'll just click Earthquake just in case he wants to go into his Diancie. He could also double into his Diancie, honestly, if he wanted to, if he really wants to prevent rocks. I think he's going to stay in, but I'll go for Earthquake. If he sacks Diancie, we might have a chance. We may have a chance, folks, though I don't deal with Ferrothorn too well. I'll just have to hit some Focus Blast. He does stay in, though, as he is going to go for Spikes. I'm not sure if he's trying to give me rocks. I'm going to again go for Earthquake because I don't want that Diancie coming in as Weavile comes in. That's fine too, because Weavile is one of the things stopping my Thunderous Sweep. So Weavile comes out, and I'm definitely going out into my Azumarill on the Icicle Crash, and then I'll double right back out into my missing the Icicle Crash. I'll double back out into my Garchomp, predicting him to want to go out into Ferrothorn. And again, I'm going to be a bit persistent and try to kill that Diancie before I go for rocks. I don't want him bringing in Diancie at all, as he still Leech Sees it. So I don't want to get up rocks for him. Yeah, whatever. We got up rocks. Yay. As he is able to get up spikes right there. But we got up rocks, which is the important part. And what I can do is just Fire Blast this thing, weaken it. He is going to get up all 3 layers. However, he is severely weakened, and the last few members don't really care too much about spikes. Like, half of my team doesn't care about spikes. But I can go for Earthquake right here, knock him out, force him to bring out a Pokemon after that, as it is Diancie. Perfect, because I need to be able to threaten this thing with the Aqua Jet. I'm not sure how much... Okay, there's a few things I need to do in order to win, and I think he's Scarf Chomp, so I'm not sure if any of them actually matter. 1, go Azumarill, and go for Aqua Jet on his Protect. If he stays in, great. If he goes Garchomp, which actually he could be Defensive Chomp, so any damage on Garchomp is great for me as well. Yeah, I'm definitely going for Aqua Jet. I mean, we're hoping for chokes out here, so I'm definitely going for Aqua Jet, as he does go out into Slowbro. So I still think that I have a chance to win with my Thunderous and my Alakazam. Now, I'm going to go for Knockoff right here. Get rid of his leftovers. That does a hell of a lot. Also, he could have doubled right there, to be honest. He goes for Scald, as he does not burn me, thankfully. And what I can do is go directly into my Latios and just go for the Draco, I believe. I don't see a reason not to go for Draco. I mean, obviously he has the Diancie, but I'm gonna just drop a Specs Draco. Let's see how much this does. This might actually knock him off. Never mind. Never mind. Let's just go for Specs Draco again. Yeah, unfortunately, Extra Joe is gonna come out. That just sucks, man. I would have been able to almost kill, if not knock out the, Slowbro, because Life Orb barely misses out on the KO. So really unfortunate for me. I have to go Thundurus right here on his Rapid Spin. The reason I'm going Thundurus is because it keeps out Garchomp and things like that after. Pretty sure Life Orb HP. Actually, I don't even think Life Orb HP Ice knocks him out. I think I have to go Focus Blast right here. I don't even think it knocks him out, but thankfully I do connect as Extra Joe is gone. Weavile will be able to come back out though, and without rocks, Weavile is going to be so annoying to deal with. Now I might have to go for the Alakazam sweep, but even then I need damage on Diancie in order to win with Alakazam. So again, it's not looking too good for me. Megazam has a lot of potential versus him. It definitely does. However, again, it's just not looking too good for me. Because Weavile can just come out. I guess he can go... Okay, if he goes Diancie, I can weaken that. If he goes Garchomp, I can weaken that for Zam. I would love to do either of those. Weavile is 100% the play, though, that I would do. He goes Diancie. So is the play to weaken this in the Mega Evolve? I think that's the play. Yeah, I think that's the play. I gotta weaken this, so my Zam Psychic can knock it out, as he does connect with that attack, unfortunately. But what I can do now is, unfortunately I have to Mega Evolve right here, but I can go for Shadow Ball. It will be able to knock out Diancie. The reason I have to Mega Evolve is because I need to be able to outspeed Weavile afterwards. And also if he goes Slowbro right here, I actually changed the Magic Bounce, which is pretty cool. It would be able to 2-hit KO him. Unfortunately with the Thunder Wave, well, he can't Thunder Wave me. Why'd he go Slowbro? Great, Thunder Wave yourself. I'm going right for the Shadow Ball right here. Go ahead and Thunder Wave yourself because I chased Magic Bounce. Delicious. Nice. We'll be able to go for another Shadow Ball as he will have to sack this Mon right here. As I'm able to hit Garchomp with the Shadow Ball upon switching. Where's my Spadef drop? I'm thinking what I have to do right here. Let me calc the Psychic damage. Mega Alakazam. I think outside the box. Anyway. Garchomp. Ogu Tank. That's definitely Chank. Shadow Ball did that little. Psychic does 45 to... I either crit him with Psychic or I go into Latios on an Earthquake. And I pray it's an Earthquake. Great. Alright, so we drop a Draco right now. And I think we win the game. As he is going to sack Slowbro. So great. Please get this Draco off. Well, you have another chance to get it off, which is good. Never mind. Third time's a charm? Nice. So we're able to knock him out as, I don't think he's Pursuit because he has a Steel type and things like that. And as weird as that sounds to say, the reason I also don't think he's Pursuit because he has, this is a solid Lottie switch, and this is a solid Lottie switch, and this is a solid Lottie switch, and so he should just be knockoff. So I'm going to sack my Azumarill to the knock as I can go out into my Alakazam. And in order for me to win this game, how much does Shadow Ball do to Weavile? Because if Shadow Ball can knock out Weavile with... I love how Zeph is still there. 22 to 26. So she still has 2 more hits. So what I'm thinking about doing is going for Shadow Ball, hoping he goes for Ice Shard, and then... But then he would go for Knock. No, he would go for Knock. No, he would die if he goes for Shadow Ball. All I have to do is hit Draco to win, because he's definitely defensive Garchomp. And those run Dragon Tail. So all I have to do is Shadow Ball here to win the game. Because 22 to 26. If I get a low roll, though, I can lose. Yeah. He's going to Ice Shard anyway. So yeah, I win. Great. Hopefully we also don't get the low roll. Nice. As basically I was trying to put it that way my Latios can go for Psyshock and win the game. He's definitely defensive Chomp on this team. Unless he's Scarf Chomp, but he shouldn't be based on the calc. So get a nice Spadef drop right there as he is going to go for Earthquake. And he has to, basically I have to miss twice. I don't think he has Dragon Claw. There's the first pair. Alright. There's the first pair. Let's see if we get the second one. Let's see if we get that second one. Come on, Latios. You missed the Draco versus this. Come through with the side shock. We do come through as we are able to win that game. Good game. Alright. Coming through. Definitely his Diancie play was a misplay. He should not have went Diancie. Let me weaken it with my Thunderous. Though I did want Thunderous to try and win the game. Alakazam plus Latios. Even Paralyzed Latios did what he wanted to do. You know, won the game right there. Unfortunately, obviously it missed a couple times, but I'm actually going to pause until we find another one. We'll be right back. Alright, so we are back, and unfortunately I clicked Azumarill by accident. I wasn't even able to assess his team. This is definitely Spike's Azumarill. I'm going to go directly into my Heatran. How do we win this game? Zam just puts in so much work. Zam just puts in so much work versus this guy. I'm actually going to double out into my Latios, predicting him to go out to Garchomp because I can start dropping Dracos on him. If he protects, that's fine as well. I do have Specs HP Fire. He can, if he wants to stay in, that's completely fine as well. Again, this is Specs HP Fire. So, Choice Specs, why'd I say it like that? Choice Specs Latios puts in so much work versus this guy's team. I love it. I love it. And so does Alakazam. I love it. Yes. Yes, stay in. Crazy. So we out here making switches into our Latios now. Why do I feel like it's not Choice Specs? Like, why is it doing absolutely nothing? That was a crit. I don't see a reason not to go out into my Heatran, even if he wants to go out to Garchomp, as he actually goes out into Jirachi right here. So that's perfect for us. He might just U-turn straight on out. He might just hard switch directly into his Garchomp, but I am going to go out into my own Garchomp just in case he does decide to U-turn, just so he takes a bit of extra damage from the Ruskin plus Rocky Helmet as he does U-turn. So I'm pretty sure he has Scarf if he did that comfortably, but now he's in range of Draco after Rocks. We do invite his own Latios back in, or even his Keldeo. Keldeo being the bigger threat, which can just go for Scald. However, just that damage on Jirachi is great. So this is definitely Scarf Rachi. If he was comfortable enough to go for U-turn versus a lefty's Heatran and not risking me being fast, which I actually am fast. So, Ferrothorn comes on out. I'm going to Fire Blast this thing, get off as much damage as possible before getting up a Spike. Unfortunately, I do miss right there, so I'll just get up a Stealth Rock, and I meant Stealth Rock before, and I meant he would get up a Spike. So unfortunately, I did miss right there. Would have been the nice damage that I needed for Mega Zam to knock him out, but even regular Zam can just put in work in regular form. So we're able to get up our rocks as, honestly, I've already shown Heatran as my switch-in. I kind of want to go Latios because I'm pretty sure he's going to go out into Garchomp, but the smarter play is to go directly into Heatran. He actually doesn't switch, so that works fine. If he wants to defog, he defogs. He drops a Draco, though, as what I want to do right now. Oh, he might actually be Specs as well. No, that damage was not Specs. I'm actually going to double out into my Heatran as he stays in. I think he's going to try and go for Earthquake right here. So that works out perfectly for me to an extent. I want to go for HP Fire right here, but I'm actually going to double out into... If I were my opponent, I would go out into Ferrothorn, so I'm actually going to double into my Heatran. I would also go out to Jirachi. Those are the two plays. I don't want my Latios taking damage just in case he's not HP Fire. He's actually E-Belt Latios right there, but he does go Jirachi, which means I get to get off of... I don't want to say free Magma Storm because I'm pretty sure Chimpact cringes every single time that happens, but I want to get off a Magma Storm right here. It is relatively inexpensive to go for this Magma Storm because I could trap something. He actually goes Manectric, surprisingly enough, as I finally hit a Magma Storm, and Manectric goes clean down. Wow, I didn't expect it to die, but it goes straight down as Latios is going to come out, and what I will do is just go directly into my Azumarill right here as a pivot. I don't want him going for Draco as he tries to. I didn't want him going for the Earthquake. And I'm actually going to double out into my Ferrothorn, my Heatran, excuse me, predicting him to want to go out to Ferrothorn since it's honestly his only switching besides Garchomp, and I don't think he would let Garchomp take the damage because that means that my Alakazam can threaten him. So we get this thing in, and again, we're going to attempt to go for Magma Storm as we do hit on the Ferrothorn. Perfect. One less Focus Blast I have to hit, as Latios has also taken the damage that I need for it to go down to into Alakazam Shadow Ball. So what I'm actually going to do is taunt it right here. I'm pretty sure I'll be faster. As he goes for Dragon Tail, this is absolutely perfect. Hopefully he brings me down to Latios. Actually brings me down to Azumarill. Do I care as much? I don't think I'm weak to Keldeo. I have Thunder Wave, so yeah, I'll go for Play Rough right here. I will be losing my Azumarill, but again, I'll be basically, he can't switch into Jirachi because Jirachi will take too much damage and it'll just force me. I have so many switch-ins to Jirachi. He actually does go Jirachi, surprisingly enough, but I don't care if he goes Jirachi and tries to U-turn on out. Basically, all that damage on Jirachi is free damage. And if he wants to Healing Wish back up, if he wants to go for U-turn, which is probably the only play he can make, or even double back out into Garchomp, goes for Iron Head, surprisingly enough. As again, I'm going to stay in and go for Play Rough. I don't think he'd Iron Head again when I do have my Garchomp in the back, as well as my Heron, as he does double back out into Latios. So great. I am able to knock out the Latios with the Play Rough. And we're going to be dropping some Dracos tonight, guys. We're going to be dropping some Dracos tonight. I think he thinks I'm choiced in some sort of way. So I'll go for Aqua Jet now. Even if he goes back out into Garchomp, that's fine. Because Aqua Jet is going to be able to knock out the Jirachi. As I think, I think, I might be wrong, guys. I think we're going to be able to drop a Specs Draco on this guy. I think. But definitely going for the Play Rough right here just to get off as much damage as possible. And I can go for HPIs here and knock him out. But I want to drop a Draco with my Specs Latios. Come on, bro. Drop a nice Draco on him. Drop a Draco 2016 shirts and hoodies coming out sometime soon. But we're able to drop a nice and Specs Draco on this man, as his Keldeo is going to come out. Are you sub-combine Keldeo? I cannot lose to that. I have 3 Pokemon that are faster plus Psy Shock. I'm just going to go for another Draco right here. Dude, you're not. Don't say good game, sorry. Don't say that. Good game. And don't even say that. I got a crit on him as well. The Latios coming through. Don't say that. The only reason I was able to make these plays is because I was pretty sure he was a competent player. And the only reason I said that is because you say, hi, Joey, so he knows who I am. Gemhead does the same thing. Basically, we see a player who recognizes us and know, oh, this guy has to know what he's doing. He's probably going to be a bit aggro. But we got another game. Pretty sure I played this in Hito Fajita. Dragonite is an issue. He is very, 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 very weak to Azumarill. Especially because I'm Wakanberry. I just want to lead off with it just because it does so well versus his team. Leads off with Thundurus, I can just waterfall that right off the bat. He actually ends up leading off with Tyranitar. I don't see a reason to not go for Waterfall, to be honest. It's more accurate than Play Rough. I don't want to miss it either, as this might just be Sashtar. This looks like kind of like bird spam, so I'm going to go for Aqua Jet right here, as he is going to go out into his own Azumarill, and that's completely fine. We're able to get off a bit of damage right there. I don't know if he's choice banded Azumarill. He is faster than me, though. You can tell by the sand. So what I'm actually going to do is go out to my Heat Ram, because it's basically the most expendable member of my team. He has Dragonite, he has Excadrill, he has a Charizard that can deal with it. I don't consider it a Charizard check. I don't know what that damage is, honestly, but I'm going to go for Flash Cannon right here, as it is my best play, as it actually ends up hitting his Thundurus upon switching. So we do a bit of damage to that thing, as he is Life Orb, according to this, I think. So I will just hit him with Magma Storm, as we can survive that. Hopefully Magma Storm does connect, as it does. Great. So we're able to knock out Thundurus, which means we don't have to deal with opposing T-Wave. And the good thing is, I think we're faster. Hit him with the timer. I think we're faster than Dragonite. Yes, we are. We are faster than Adamant and Dragonite, so I can taunt that thing, as Charizard is going to come out. I'm also going to taunt this thing, as it is Zard X, excuse me. However, you know what gets to come out now? I'm going out to Garchomp and getting out my rocks. This is the example. This is free rocks per days. This is free rocks. If he goes out into his own T-Tar, basically T-Tar has one more switch anyway. Because he has Earthquake, I think he's just DD 3 attacks. So even at +1, unless he has Outrage, he won't be able to knock me out. And if he locks himself into Outrage, he basically has to die to Azumarill after that. So I'll go for Earthquake right here, knock out the Tyranitar. Yes, he does still have his Sand, but Excadrill cannot beat me at full. Azumarill is going to come out. And what is my play of choice? I want to waste Sand. If he's not banded, he doesn't knock me out. Definitely keeping Azumarill. Definitely keeping, Azu is just great. I can drop Dracos with Latios for eons, and I could keep this if the smarter play would be to keep this in the sack Alakazam. I think I'm going to do that, as Alakazam does nothing, and this can still check his, this can definitely still check his, What's that Mon called? What's that Mon called? His extra drill. I'm pretty sure he specs, by the way. But what I want to do now is go. I'm pretty sure. What the hell am I saying? I'm pretty sure he's banded. I always think ahead. Like I say, I'm pretty sure he specs when I mean that I'm going out to my specs Latios. I'm pretty sure he's banded. But we're gonna go right for where this specs Psyshock as extra drill is gonna come out, and that is gonna take a clean hell of a lot as I can just now go out to Garchomp. I think he's going to spin. If he goes for Iron Head, that's fine as well. I want to keep on my rocks, so I will be able to go for rocks from there. Look at all this damage. How are you going to take 4 times the damage you did to me off of an attack? And basically, once I get up Stealth Rock right here, never mind. He says sorry, but it's over now. Basically, I would have gotten up Stealth Rock and been able to just spam Spec Psyshock to win the game into Aqua Jet. Now it's going to be harder for me to win because that Dragonite's still alive. I mean, I've been lucking everybody, so I'm not going to complain, but getting up rocks right there would have been the game, essentially. He had no way of removing them at all. Now I have to play around with Thunder Wave and things like that as the Zumaro is going to come out. What do I want to do? I mean, my best bet is him missing Play Rough and me hitting it. Yeah, it's like my only play because he's definitely banded. This is annoying. Alright, we'll go Thunderous and just click Thunderbolt. Unfortunately, Dragonite is going to be able to come out after and take it, basically. Even if I want to Thunder Wave that. I think my only play is hoping he had Went Charizard, then critting that with Draco, critting Dragonite with Draco after. He definitely has Lumberry, which is why Rocks Up would have just sealed the game. But that is going to be a good game because Extreme Speed is going to be able to knock me out. And it is what it is. So we're going to lose to this guy as he could just go right for Dragon Claw and knock me out. And that is going to be, yeah, good game, dude. I'm pretty positive I just straight up won if I had those rocks, but it is what it is. Let's get one more game just to finish it off. Oh my god, Dr. Frog, why are you using this on the ladder? Why are you using this on the ladder, bro? Come on. No, don't hate Joey me. Don't hate me with this filth. How dare you? No! I'm recording. Stop. We played him today in Hita Fajita too. Oh my god, alright. I didn't want him to forfeit versus me. I wanted to play and just spam Specs Dracos versus that guy, but we got another game. It's crazy. People feeling guilty. It's really funny. Anyway, this guy has a really scary team. Woo! I see you, bro. Alakazam does nothing, so I'm just going to lead off with it because it can outspeed Terrakion. Like, it actually does nothing versus his team. He has Lando. I mean, he has Bisharp. He has Scizor. I would rather just, you know, Shadow Ball now and just knock out Terrakion, not have to deal with it, not having taunting my Garchomp, because he was definitely Sash lead as he goes Scizor. I don't know if he has Pursuit, but I'm going directly into my Garchomp right now. I can get on my own rocks. If he wants to go for U-turn, you can take 10,000% off that. He goes for Bug Bite, and we are not messing around with this threat because I can kind of lose to it, because he's probably just going to SD up right here. I would think he would SD up because basically he can sweep me with Bisharp or Lando from there, but he doesn't. Chooses not to. As I'm just going to go right out into my Latios and drop a Specs Draco on this man. If he wants to Will-O-Wisp, that's completely fine. If he wants to stand, goes for Hydro Pump though. Basically, when you see them go for Bug Bite right off the bat, if I was him, I would have SD'd up, which is why I went for Fire Blast, because if he BP'd me in range, like Bisharp has a field day versus my team. But I'm going to drop a Specs Draco on this man. Oh god, yes, the Bisharp coming out. Nice and clean. Nice and clean. He's definitely Pursuit. Well, he definitely, I'm pretty positive he has Pursuit on this. But, I have to keep this healthy. Alright, we'll go Ozzy right here. And what we will do is go right for Knock Off as he goes for Iron Head. I was thinking if he wanted a Rotom, I wanted to, you know, knock him off. However, I can still live a hit from Rotom, which is the important part. I can live a Volt Switch. And I can just go right for the knockoff, even if he wants to go out to Scizor though, which is probably going to be his play. I didn't want to go for Waterfall. I would rather knock off an item from Lando or from Lottie, basically, just to do some damage to him. You know what's funny? Now Alakazam actually can sweep him. He's definitely Scarf Lando though, so I have to watch out for that, I suppose. Having Thundurus is great, especially because Latios just goes right down to this knockoff. So now Thundurus just puts in work versus his team. Oh man, oh man. But Rotom is going to come out, and what I can do is... I think the way I want to beat Scizor is with Heatran, so I'm actually going to go out into my Garchomp just because I can get up my rocks and then go out to Alakazam and weaken this guy, because I still do have my fast Heatran in the back to check his Scizor, yes. So what I want to do right now is just Mega Evolve and hit him with basically a Mega Alakazam Psychic, and then putting him in range of Thunderbolt from this. So I think he would stay in and go for Volt Switch anyway. We actually trace Levitate as well, which is pretty cool, as we get off 66%. Good lord, the damage, as he is going to Volt Switch on out of there. I also saved my Azumarill because I can Aqua Jet the Landorus if that does get out of hand. Though I will probably sack it right here because I'm pretty sure it goes down to Stealth Rock. It says it's at 12.3%. That does round down on Showdown, which is why I sacked it, as he is going to go for BP. And now what I can do is go out into Heatran. Pray I hit this Magma Storm, because otherwise I lose. As he's actually speedy. No! He's Jolly Max Speed. Okay, I should have taken that into account. That was my fault. That was definitely my fault. I didn't think he'd be Jolly Max Speed. And why the hell would you run 264 Heatran? You need to run max. What does a 56 HP even do? You always got to run max if you're running Speedy Heatran. Always run max. So, unfortunately, I'm pretty positive I lose right now, unless I dodge a Stone Edge. We'll see though. I'll go for Thunderbolt. He's definitely just sacking Rotom. Scizor ensures victory for him, as yeah. If he choked if he went Lando right there, and I went for HP Ice. So unfortunately, we're going to be ending this live on 2 losses, though I think I did have the last game. It is what it is, though. Maybe I should have swapped out with Lottie, just because I could drop Specs Dracos, and it also gives me another ground immunity. I'm not sure, though. I'm not sure, because now all he has to do is go Landorus and go for knockoff. If he goes for Stone Edge and misses, if he doesn't have knockoff, that's I guess a bad play. So we'll see though. We'll see what he has. If he has Stone Edge, if he doesn't have knockoff, he actually has superpower, then he'll go for the Stone Edge. As he actually doubles out into his Scizor to weaken it, surprisingly enough. I guess he doesn't have knock. I don't know, but I'm gonna go for Thunderbolt right now. Is he gonna go back into Landorus? If I go for HP Ice right here, I knock out Landorus. But you can't be. You have to be defensive. Scarf Landorus though. Why is he doing this? He actually goes back out on Landorus right now. What the hell is going on? Are you not Scarf Landorus? Are you? Oh, he's not Scarf Landorus. Okay. Okay, so your boy has a chance now. Yes, because Scizor can't come in any more times, and BP doesn't knock me out, and I can win with just Sam. That's awesome, dude. Oh wow, on this build I would definitely run. Scarf Landorus on this build just because it gives him speed. But wow, I didn't expect to win this game. That's why you never quit until it's over, because you never know. I really thought that was Scarf Landorus. Tell Nails to give Bada Bing some playing time. Word. Whoa. He definitely is though a strong player. Good game. Anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed coming through at the end. I really would. On this type of build, like I have a Stealth Rocking Terrakion team. I don't see the point in running Leftovers Landorus just because he has Rotom as a check for birds. And typically you have Choice Scarf Landorus to give you a pseudo check to Lopunny, to DD Gyarados and things like that, but I did not know he was Leftovers. So that's awesome for me. But we ended up winning, and I'm going to leave the live at that. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Didn't get to drop too many Specs Dracos in this game, but that thing did like 90% though to Bisharp, so I'm pretty happy. But hope you guys all enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe, do your thing, and yeah, cue the outro.